Welcome to the Market Moon Lord. All right, let's make this short and sweet. How many times have we talked about eclipse marking the bottom or a major reverse trend in the stock market? After how many years have we been doing this and looking at these charts? Okay, last time we did the video, which was 2 weeks ago. Last week was my birthday, so I didn't do a video. I said, hey, this eclipse might be the bottom. If not this one, the next one. But if it was this one as the bottom, then the following eclipse, we might get a serious pop, right? And so this was a full moon eclipse right here. And now we have the new moon eclipse. Now we know we'd rather see something grow during the new moon phase, the waxing phase, right? So it's pretty good sign that we popped on this full moon. And then we may pop on this new moon and have a double phase bullish run, right? And so obviously we have a nice catalyst. We do have that new moon eclipse in Aries, right? We're also in the astrological new year. I talked about that in the last video. So there's a lot of different reasons why we could see a major shift with people, with the world, with the stock market, all that stuff, right? And now we're in Aries season. It's a very fiery season, a very passionate season. Definitely a season where we could get some FOMO type energy because Aries is very much impatient type vibes, right? But looking at GameStop, we do have that catalyst coming into Tuesday, which will be a few days before the new moon, right? So I will not be surprised if we get a little bit of dippage. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, and then Tuesday we get that catalyst aftermarket. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an aftermarket situation, and then we might run maybe on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday eclipse. The eclipse is really on Saturday, but Friday we'll kind of definitely have that energy. And so yeah, I'm really liking what we're seeing. All right, we have an increase of volume of GameStop. Another thing I want to mention, if we look at AMC and GameStop, right? This was the last eclipse, right? If you guys have been following me for a while, you already know how these eclipses are. It happens almost every time. I said there was going to be a buying opportunity. I know I was buying these dips right here. Okay, I brought all that. And it looks good, okay? But look at the last eclipse, all right? It's like we fell right to that last eclipse, all right, making a higher low. But the last eclipse was over here. Same thing with GameStop. And it's like we're right back to that last eclipse, right? So it's a very interesting spot for both of these stocks. And I do believe that we may see some interesting things at the end of this week and the beginning of next week when we're really into that new moon waxing phase, right? Looking at some of the indicators, we can see GameStop just went over the VWAP on the daily. And over the 200 and over the middle of the Bollinger Bands. All obviously really good signs. And then I like that we're getting a signal on the reverse trend vertex very closely, very soon here. And we're squeezing green on the MACD. Hopefully AMC just keeps following GameStop and, crosses over on the Bollinger Bands, and we get a bullish move when GameStop does, right? Obviously, we're going to be looking for GameStop. AMC is definitely lagging behind, but we did see a very nice big green candle for the volume. Okay, now I do want to take a look at some of the other stocks today, real quick here. We can see SPY looks like it could have made a serious. It's like it fell right into the eclipse, right? I'm pretty sure the other one was over there. Let me see here. Okay, no, it was in April. Where were we? Okay. I do believe that SPY may be making a bottom as well, just based on the timing. Okay. But it is underneath the 200, so maybe GameStop breaks the market and SPY gets a nasty drop on this new moon, but I doubt it. I think she'll be fine. But I want to look at Tesla. Tesla has been going crazy. Okay, Tesla fell right to the eclipse over here. Okay, and almost made a crazy double. Looks like a double bottom. Okay, and I do believe this is the bottom from Tesla. I don't really know the timing here, However, I do think that this is a nice buy opportunity. I did pick up a few shares and a call option, but I'm going to nibble on Tesla. I think we do have some time waiting for this eclipse new moon play out. But Tesla's looking good, obviously, hopefully marking a bottom right on that eclipse, okay? Bitcoin. All right. Same exact thing here. I'm not going to really, I feel like we're going to have time on Bitcoin to wait until this new moon. I do believe that she may kind of navigate through here, consolidate a little bit, maybe hit another double bottom, and then around that new moon or that weekend of the new moon, because the new moon is on Saturday, so maybe on this coming Sunday, we'll start seeing a reverse on, excuse me, this is Doge, on Doge. Okay. And let me pull up Bitcoin one sec. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. I am looking for a move up on Bitcoin um, end of the week, probably the weekend. Okay. Um, Based on the fact that we are kind of in the middle of the full moon and the new moon, I wouldn't be surprised if it does have a little bit of lag. But this weekend and early next week, I do see a pop. So I will say this is most likely a new bottom for a long period of time. Again, the fact that we're in a new astrological new year, we're also in eclipse season. Those two factors alone are a good indication of reverse trends in the market. I will say Mercury is currently retrograde. Venus is currently retrograde. So, that's a potential possibility that we're kind of waiting for those to come out of retrograde, especially Mercury. However, the fact that we're in Aries season, things can kind of get overpowered by the passionate FOMO buy and all that good stuff. Okay. Now DJT, crazy. All right. It fell right in, it had a nasty drop into that last full moon. And, I am looking for this one to potentially be a bottom. A lot of times, DJT gets a pop on the full moons. It didn't get one on this one. So it does show a little bit of weakness. However, it also will show that it's due for a reverse. Okay. And we can clearly see here that it's doing a new high. Okay. Or lower low, or a higher low, excuse me. But yeah, we still need to be very patient. I wouldn't do anything on DJT until the next full moon. I'm not really too hype on the new moon eclipse on DJT, just because it likes to move on the full moons, not necessarily the new moons. Okay. BB did a big drop, but to me, this is nothing but an opportunity. I wasn't going to be worried about BB unless it dipped underneath my little buy zone right here. And it stopped right above it. So I do think that this is a good area to add on BB. However, not necessarily for calls. Just kind of just watching to see what happens. But I still think that it's obviously in a bullish phase long term. Okay. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. You guys let me know if you guys are thinking this was the bottom for AMC and GameStop on that eclipse. Remember, we're coming into a new eclipse this coming weekend, okay? So Friday, we will be in eclipse energy. We're going to have a new moon in Aries, okay? Okay, we'll leave it there. I'm Jason Alexander, Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusion of life. You're watching Mark Moon Alert, Warrior Merge the Matrix with the stars. If you want DD, you absolutely cannot get anywhere else. Don't forget to hit the like or the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Until next time, peace.